today is review day, okay? Hey, first day of spring. I like that. So, first of all, number one, we're going to graph y equals x squared, which is the parent function, right? So, on my book, I'm going to go ahead and do this. So, I'm going to graph, number one, y equals x squared, okay? So, what I'm going to do is put down my axis, right? I want you to go ahead and draw this.
Wait, we're supposed to do this in this?
Wherever you want to do it. It's just for you, right? It's just for you. So, what I know is this. I can do this in my head. 0 squared is 0. 1 squared is 1. 2 squared is 4. And 3 squared is 9, right? So if I graph this one, 0 squared is 0, so I've got to point at 0, 0. If I go over 1 on the x, 1 squared is 1, so I've got to point right there at 1. If I go over 2 on the x, 2 squared is 4, so I'll go 1, 2, 3, 4. And if I go over 3 on the x, 3 squared is 9, so I'd have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I know I have a line of symmetry which has to go right through the vertex. So the line of symmetry in this graph, LOS, line of symmetry, is x equals 0. And because I have a line of symmetry, then I can reflect my points over the line of symmetry, and I have my parabola. It's as easy as that. There's my, what I call my parent, that's my parent function. Vertex is at 0, 0, and my line of symmetry is at x equals 0. Thumbs up? Okay, good. Let's take a look at number 2, okay?
What's the 0, 0?
Oh, that's the vertex, right?
Yeah.
So let's look at number 2. Y equals x squared minus 9. Okay, so let's put down number 2 is going to be a y equals an x squared minus 9. So I'm going to go ahead and draw my axes. I know I've got to go all the way down to negative 9. So when I make my x and y axis, I know I've got to go all the way down to negative 9. So I've got to make room for that, right? So I know for sure I better be able to go down to negative 9. So again, this one does not have a b, right? So all I'm going to do is take my parent function and I'm going to drag it down to negative 9. That's all I'm going to do is take my parent function. I'm going to translate it down to negative 9. So 1, negative 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. There's my parent function. I brought the vertex all the way down to negative 9. And it's the exact same graph. I just brought it down to negative 9. So I'll do the same thing. I'll go 1, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. I'll go 3. 3 squared is 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I have a line of symmetry going right down the middle of the vertex. So my line of symmetry is at x equals 0, right? It's got to go through the vertex. And then because I have a line of symmetry, I can reflect my points to the other side. I can reflect. And I can reflect, and there it is. Okay? Thumbs up? Okay, good. All right. Let me know, and we'll look at number 3. This should be an easy quiz tomorrow. Should be. Hoping lots of A's. Make me happy. Give me lots of A's, okay? Okay, number 3, we're going to graph y equals a 1/2 x squared plus 10. So, yes, Tim.
You should make a thing where if nobody fails, then everybody gets donuts.
Yeah, right.
Let's do it all by them.
Anyway, let's keep moving on. Let me keep teaching. So, I know 2 things. Shh, boys, girls. I know it's going to be upside down because of the negative, and it's got to start up at 10. So I'm going to take it and drag it. There's no b, right? There's no b. So I'm going to drag it all the way up to 10. So number 3, I'm going to have a y equals a negative 1/2 x squared plus 10. Okay, so I know I've got to go all the way up to 10, so when I put my X and Y axis in. I'm going to make sure that I have it all the way up to 10. Okay. So I'm going to go ahead and put my vertex all the way up at 10. So we'll go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay. I would normally go, and I'm going to do it in pencil, 1, 1, but upside down, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. But we're really going to go half as tall. So I'm not really going to do these points at all because I've got to go half as tall but upside down, right? So instead of going 1, 1, I'm going to go 1, 1 half. So going 2, 4, I'm going to go 2. Half of 4 is 2. So going all the way down to 9, I'm going to go half of 9, which is 1, 2, 3, 4 and a half. And I know the other points are a reflection over my line of symmetry. Here, here, and here. So it turns out to be half as wide. Okay, there's my parabola. I know my line of symmetry goes right through the vertex. So my line of symmetry is at x equals 0, and my vertex is at 0, 10. There's my vertex, okay? Oh, I forgot to label the vertex over here, but it would have been 0, negative 9, right? Everybody agree with that? Right? 0, negative 9 there, right? On that one. But here we go. Back to that one. Okay? Pretty easy? Okay? Alright. Let's look at number 4. Okay, number 4. So number 4 does not have a B either, but number 4 is what we call vertex form. Okay? There's no B, but it's in vertex form. Our vertex is here. There's our vertex. But it's got to be the opposite of the inside. So if I take a look at 4, let me write it down on my paper. Number 4, I've got y equals parentheses x plus 5 squared minus 3. Okay, so right at the bat, I know my vertex is at negative 5, negative 3. Okay? Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and graph that in. Negative 5, negative 3. I'm going to have to make my graph so it'll fit. Negative 5, negative 3. Way over here like that. So I'm at negative 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3. There's my vertex. Okay? There's no number in front of here, or we can think of it as 1. So it's going to be the normal. It's going to be the normal 1, 1, 2, 4, 3, 9, because there's not a half here. There's not another number here. So I'm just going to do from here my 1, 1. But first let me put in my line of symmetry, which goes through the vertex, right? Line of symmetry always goes through the vertex. So my line of symmetry is x equals negative 5. My vertex is at, I already put that, never mind. I already got that. So now let's go ahead and graph it. If I start from my vertex, start from your vertex, right? If I go over 1, 1 squared is 1. Go back to your vertex. So if I go 1, 2, 2 squared is 4, right? 1, 2, 3, 4. Go back to your vertex. I'm going to go 1, 2, 3. 3 squared is 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay? And of course, because we have a line of symmetry, we have a reflection on the other side. Here, here, and here. All right? You can do this tomorrow, right?
Yep.
All right, we're almost done with the review. Let's get the review done. Okay? Let's look at number 5. Thumbs up. Let's look at number 5. Okay. Yes? Bijou, tell me when you're ready.
Wait, so the line of symmetry would be...
X equals negative 5. Because it's always the x value of the vertex. Always, right? Okay? Let's look at number 5. Okay, now number 5 is different because there is a b. Okay? Okay, there is a b. So I'm going to use my negative b over 2a for this one. Negative b over 2a for number 5. So let me write it down in my notebook. Okay, and let's do my 5 is my y equals my x squared plus 4x minus 7. Okay, so we're going to use my negative b over 2a. Have to. X is equal to negative b over 2a. So if there is a b, we need to use the negative b over 2a. A is 1. It's an invisible 1. There's an invisible 1 here, but it's there. So negative 4 over 2 times 1. Okay, negative b over 2. 2 is in the formula times a, which is 1, which is negative 4 over 2, which is negative 2. Okay? So my vertex is going to be negative 2 something, right? But to get this something, we've got to plug that in. So I'm going to go, all right, y is equal to, plug it into for x value, negative 2 squared plus 4 times negative 2 minus 7. If I did it by hand, which I will, I'll do it by hand, and then I'll show you on the calculator, I would have a positive 4 minus 8 minus 7. Positive 4, because negative 2 squared is positive 4. Negative 8. Let's see, that'd be a negative 15, so negative 11, right? So it'd be equals a negative 11, so I'd put a negative 11 here. Now, if you're not good at plugging things in, let the calculator do it for you, right? So if I let the calculator do it for me, and I plugged in my calculator, okay, clear that, I'd go my parentheses, negative 2 squared, plus 4 parentheses, negative 2, subtract 7. What do you do? There it is, negative 11. Okay, so the calculator can do the plugging in for you, which means you don't have to worry about whether you multiply right or wrong. Okay, all right. So let's go from there. Let's make our axes. I'm going to have to go way down to get negative 11, right? So I'll do my axes like this, and I'm going to go negative 2. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Okay. Okay, there's my vertex. I have a line of symmetry which has to go right through my vertex. My line of symmetry is at x equals negative 2. Line of symmetry, x equals negative 2. Okay. And because it has a 1 in front of it, I'm going to do the 1, 1, 2, 4, 3, 9, okay? It's not twice as tall as the normal parabola. So we'll go back to here, okay? I'll go 1, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. I already knew that point anyway. 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And of course, because it has a line of symmetry, all of these points can be reflected over the line of symmetry. So we get a graph looks like this. We just go ahead and connect the dots. And got it. Okay. Thumbs up. We're almost done. Okay, we are almost done. And then if you're wise enough to take notes on this, you're going to be in such good shape for tomorrow. All right, let's take a look at number 6. All right, number 6, let's go ahead and just draw a picture. So a baseball is thrown in the air and follows the equation. So let's just draw a picture, okay? So I'm just going to sketch out a drawing. It doesn't have to be perfect, but I do know the ball is hit like this. Goes up in the air, comes back down and hits, right? We don't know yet. It's a great question. We don't know how high it goes yet, do we? Right. So it's kind of like a pop fly, right? So at what time is the ball at its highest height? Well, the highest height is right there. Highest height is right there, correct? That's our vertex. Okay? Highest height's right there. It's a vertex. Now, we do have a B. We do have a B, so to find the vertex, we're going to go t, not x, but t, because it's time, negative b over 2a, right? And our b is 100, and our a is negative 16. So we're going to have a negative 100 over a 2 times negative 16, which is a 100 over 32. And I'm just going to use my calculator to figure out what that is. Okay. So what is 100 divided by 32? And I can answer about 3.2 t equals about 3.125. And that makes sense. That's in terms of seconds, right? Ball's going up 1001, 1002, 1003. It's at the height, right? So that's my time. To find that height, we just have to plug it in because that would give me my height. So to find that height, I'm just going to go h equals, so you see it, h equals my negative 16 times my 3.125 squared plus 100 times my 3.125, right? And I'm just going to plug it in. Okay, so I'm going to take my calculator, clear, and go negative 16 times my 3.125 squared plus my 100 times my 3.125, and I get an answer about 156.25. 156.25. You can. Great question. Okay, and then let me stop the recording and I'll show that. Okay, yes. Okay, let me stop the recording. Okay. Ben asked a really good question. Okay, so let me go ahead and show